Welcome to Learned and Go-Go, the podcast. Hey, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Learn and Go-Go, the podcast. That was my introduction from episode 1. And today is episode 100. Can you believe it? We are in triple digits, my friends. It is episode 100. My name is Sydnee. I am your favorite pasty lady. I am your host, and I am also the author of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, How a Preacher's Daughter Pole Danced Her Way to Finding Her True Self. I'm so happy to have you guys here with me tonight. Let me see who is in the comments already. Hi, Erin. Hi, Lizzie. Oh, thank you so much. Yay. And Annie's here too. Yes, happy 100th episode. I cannot believe it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. This is so fun. Like, I was looking and it is my 100th episode in Spotify. So I feel like I might be missing a couple, but you know what? We're celebrating anyway, because as far as Spotify is concerned, it is episode 100. And I'm so glad you guys are here to celebrate with me tonight. As we start off every Wednesday, please let me know what there is that I can promote for you, I can support you in, that I can give you some encouragement. If you're going through a rough time, put it in the comments. We are so happy to all be here for each other. Thank you so much, Chris. I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you, Johnny, my brother, my twin. I'm so happy you are here too. So good to see it. Oh, sending love to Kyler. Everybody, please send Kyler some good vibes. I'm not sure if he wants me to share what's going on. So if you don't know, reach out to Kyler. But he could use some healing vibes. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't have permission to say more. But definitely thinking about him for sure. He's such a sweetheart. He's such a good human. So hopefully he'll be okay. Oh, and Chris has a thyroid biopsy tomorrow. So definitely send love for good results. Keeping you in our thoughts and sending love and light for good results on that for sure. And I missed you guys last week. I hope you enjoyed my pre-recorded episode. Part of what I was up to last week is what I'm going to talk about tonight. But yeah, I didn't want to leave you hanging. So I tried to send you something, but honestly, without you guys here, like, I get bored talking to myself. So I hope you were entertained, because I really do enjoy seeing what you guys say in the comments and having conversations with you, because that is awesome. So like I said, I played my intro from episode 1, which was, I believe, January 25th, 2024. And I want to give a big thank you to my friend Frankie. He's the one that you may have seen in the little square. He was my producer. He started me off with podcasting. We met in November 2025. No, not 2025. That would have been 2023. Math is hard. He has podcasts, and he told me that I should have one. I was on his podcast as a guest, and I'm like, this is fantastic. When can we do this again? So he really helped get me set up, taught me the ropes, and I'm very, very grateful. So huge shout out to Frankie James. If you're not following him already, I think that you should. So back in the day, and I will re-show that intro for when we have more people on later, but I thought it was fun. I'm like, this is awesome that I found this. So back then I was doing my show from my living room. I did not have this wonderful Polecast space that my husband Dave set up for me. He's the king. Love him to death. So I've come a long way from the living room to here. And I remember that first episode because I was so scared. I had no idea what I was going to do. And I made notes. I typed out what I wanted to talk about, and I made notes, and I typed them to the shelf. I taped them to the shelves above my computer where I had my microphone set up and everything. and I had all these papers taped up. I'm like, oh, this is an hour. I got this. No problem at all. It was like 20 minutes of material. I had much to learn, and I do think I have evolved since then. So I'm very proud of myself for the evolution I have made in the last 2 years. But that's how we learn. Sometimes you just have to jump off the cliff and learn to fly on the way down because there's not anything like experience to teach you. So I'm really glad that I went for it because this is so fun and I love seeing you guys every week. So another thing that I used to do when the show started is I would have my weekly ask assignment where I would ask a question and try to get some feedback, and they kind of failed miserably. That's why I don't do them anymore. But I used to like my weekly ask assignment that I would ask people. Um, so, like again, evolution. Back then I've talked about this recently. I used to do a thing called stripper cinema, where every week I would review a movie that either was about dancers or had scenes in strip clubs or whatever. So that's another feature that has gone by the wayside as the show has evolved. But it was fun to like go back and see those things. So let's see what's going on with you guys. Hey, Reese is here. Thank you so much. Says, hey, my amazing, wonderful friend. Congratulations on 100 episodes. Here's to 100 more and many more after that. Your show is the best. You're a rock star. You are a rock star, Reese. And I'm so glad you're on here tonight. Thank you. I'm glad I went for it too, Lizzie. Thank you. Because I honestly believe the universe has my back and that anything that I do is going to work out, because if it didn't work out, it wasn't meant for me. And that's how I look at things. Like, and I've tried several things that were not meant for me and they didn't work out. And the things that do, and the places I'm supposed to be, for some reason I can jump in with both feet, and one way or another it's going to work out because it's supposed to. So, oh, cool, Aaron. The Kickstarter for the contract is still going. Absolutely fabulous. I hope you guys are getting to your goals. If you have not heard the contract, our friend Aaron is a part of, and it's also Reaper and so many other people. So check it out. If you're not following Aaron Markham, I suggest that you do. He's super cool human and yeah, deserves your follow. So do it. Do it. So yeah, once again, if you're just joining us, I want to use this super cool LED tablet that my friend Jen got me for my birthday. It's so cool. No. I had it up on the shelf behind me, but it was too far away. You couldn't see it. So I'll be sticking that in your face all night. Buckle up. But yeah, so last week, I wasn't able to jump on because it was my oldest 25th birthday, quarter of a century old, and I'm still having trouble figuring that out because I'm like 23. So how is that possible? But they wanted to go see one of our favorite drag queens, Bosco, is doing a tour and doing a show that is amazing. It's called The Marvelous Miss Gender, and it's absolutely hilarious. It was so much fun, and I have just a few photos from it because even if you're not a Drag Race fan, if you're not like into that whole universe, by the way, I'm going to pause and give everyone a Tatiana. That's just our way to say cheers, Tatiana. Even if you're not, like a follower of RuPaul's Drag Race or whatever, the show is so entertaining. It's very old school, kind of like got a Scooby-Doo feel, kind of like a Adam West Batman kind of feel to it. And the very, very watered down version of what it's about is that Bosco plays the marvelous Miss Gender, who is a villain that wants to steal a diamond that she puts in her transmitter, and she's going to shoot it at the entire world and turn everybody trans. That's like her plan, her, evil plan. But fighting her is the cisgender 7, who's made up of Erica Kirk, Caitlyn Jenner. Like, it's hysterical. So it's the whole thing of her stealing the diamond, and then the cisgender seven steals it from her, and then there's like a whole thing, and then at the end she decides she's not going to turn anybody else trans because that's what makes her unique, so she's going to start gatekeeping it instead. But it was really funny. So she draws her power from the different artists that she does lip sync performance to. And it's very this is when oh wait, this is actually the opening act was Irene the Alien, and she's hysterical. She is so fun. She did a song, and then she basically did like a stand up, um like a little stand up routine, and she was really fun. And this is also Irene. So that was the opening act. And then Bosco came out. Like, look, she's fucking gorgeous. Like, no matter what you think, she's beautiful. And then that was when she did Total Eclipse of the Heart. And then she did, if you're familiar with the burlesque stuff, that's one of those like oversized champagne glasses. And she got in that kind of like very Dita Von Teese dancing around. It was very, very entertaining. It was really, really fun. So I'm really glad that I got to spend some one-on-one time with my oldest, because we don't get to do a whole lot of that. So that was okay. Lizzie says Bosco's great. Lizzie is familiar with Bosco. Fantastic. Um, I'm glad that that some people know who I'm talking about. She was really, really fun. Very talented. Super fun show. So hey, so Severian's here. All right. Says, phew, I haven't missed it. The spirits did it all in one early evening. There you go. Yeah, so if you see that the Marvelous Misgender is in your town, check it out. Check it out. It's a lot of fun. The soundtrack they were playing beforehand was very my era, like all the like 80s kind of dance songs and pop songs and stuff. It was a lot of fun. It was a whole lot of fun. And some of the numbers that she did like let the music play, but then it was mixed with man, having a brain fart now. It wasn't Meeting in the Ladies Room, but it was one of those kinds of songs. Oh, give me tonight. Da, 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 da. I can't do too much or I'm going to get dinged for copyright. But yeah, definitely check it out. Chris says, don't make me feel too old now. Dude, we're not old till we're wearing Depends. So that's my mindset. Cause I seriously, like, I turn around, I'm like, 51. What? 51? How did that happen? But here I am. So I'm just trying to live my best life and enjoy every day that I get. So, and Chris also said, each scar becomes a quiet guide. I love that. A lantern lit from deep inside. And though we stumble as we climb, experience turns our wounds to time. I love that. CW bias. Very, very, that's amazing. I love that. That is very insightful. Oh, I think I picked up that was the second half. I'm sorry. I just now saw the first half. The hands that fail still learn to mend. The storms we face still shape the bend. For wisdom is not born from ease, but gathered slowly, piece by piece. That is beautiful. I love that. Thank you for sharing that. You guys watch Drag Race all the time. So I've restarted. I have the WoW app, RuPaul's app, and I've pretty much watched every Drag Race franchise that is mostly in English, because typically I have it on when I'm working. So it's, because you don't have to stare at it to know what's going on. But I tried to watch like Italia, and I'm like, there's not enough English, and I can't watch subtitles because I have to work. But I've watched all of the US, I've watched all of Canada, all of UK, Down Under, Holland, and then like the versus the world ones and the all stars and everything. So they're having UK versus the world is coming up, I think, next week. So I know I've watched did I say Down Under? Down Under versus the world is what I meant to say. I know I've watched them all, but I don't remember who the queens are, so I started rewatching them. I love Hanaconda. I love her. I love Spanky Jackson. Like the names are hilarious, but the queens are hysterical. And it's just very entertaining, and the artistry of what they do with the makeup, with the prosthetics, with the walking in them shoes all day. Like it's mad props. Mad props. Luna Projects is here. Yay. Awesome. Um saying hello. That is fantastic. Yes, he wrote that poem. Reese says, with these quotes, I tell my friends, don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened, and then cry a little bit. We might all need therapy after this. I like that. That is awesome. He is a very good writer. I agree. Let's see. Aaron says, I've written 2 new stories that are my take on some literary characters from history. Oh, interesting. My cousin is on Facebook. I don't know if she comes on YouTube, but I did not see her here tonight. I don't think she is with us yet, but I tagged her, but so hopefully she comes on. Yes. So anyway, all that to say, if the Marvelous Misgender is in your area, go support some queer art because it's hilarious. You will enjoy it. It's hilarious. Hey, sweetie. All right. So this is my bestie that gave me the sign. It's episode 100 that I just accidentally shut off because there we go. Ah. I don't know if you can tell it changes different colors. It's pretty cool. It's episode 100. I feel like there should be a Schoolhouse Rock song about 100. Is there? I know there are about a bunch of other numbers. Now it's like going through all of them. Aaron says, I'm doing my version of Dorian Gray and my version of Frankenstein. I hope that you share them when you are done with them because I would love to check them out for sure. Yes, it is my 100th episode. Da, 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 da. I'm going to have to shut off the scrolling lights though because it's taking my attention away. I'm very distractible, so I don't need stuff like that. Oh my God, Kyler, you're here. Thank you so much for hopping on, sweetie. We were all sending you love at the beginning of the episode. I hope you felt it. I hope that you are doing better. I didn't say what's going on with you because I didn't have your express permission to, but feel free to share in the comments if you would like to. But I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you for joining us. That is awesome. So we were just talking about the Marvelous Misgender, which Kyler and I were talking about. And so I love that you showed up for that. I guess I kind of, I summoned you talking about that show. So Tatiana to Kyler, everybody. Let's give Kyler a cheers. It doesn't have to be booze. It can be water. You can take a toke, whatever works for you. But we like to say Tatiana. That means cheers. And if you don't know what Tatiana means, it's a story from my book, Everything I Need to Know. I learned in Go-Go how a preacher's daughter pole danced her way to finding her true self. And you can get your copy at learnedingogo.com. So I'm just going to promote myself because it's my show, damn it. And it is my 100th episode. So Tatiana to y'all. So Sumerians doing Marilyn Manson doing. Here's the church, here's the steeple, open it up, and here's all the people, the beautiful people. All right, that's a good Tatiana there, so Sumerian. Very nice. I like that we have some wine glasses for Tatiana. That's fantastic too. Yes. So what have you guys been up with? It's been up to. It has been 2 weeks. 2 weeks since we have been live together. And I just like was reminiscing today about all of the episodes that we have had, about the guests I have had on. I don't know if you guys remember my first guest. She was absolutely incredible. She's a dominatrix sex worker from Australia. And I'm having a total Artemisia. Did you see that my train crash? All right, I'm looking her up because I know I still am on her. Artemisia Divine. See, now I thought that, and then I had like a total brain fart. So if you have not watched that episode, you guys, if you go to my link tree, which I believe I also have in here, yes, it's just linktree/Sydnee A. You can get to Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, all of the links. You can go back through all of my episodes. She was so much fun. I learned so much, and she actually like holds classes, like online classes and stuff. But we had the best time, and it was my first, that might have been before I started doing the Frozen Dead, the Necrofiends of the Frozen Dead series. So it was like my first episode, like interviewing anybody ever. And she just was so great, like helping me along because I was like, no idea what I was doing. So she was fantastic. I highly recommend you look up that episode because that was a lot of fun. Um, and I've interviewed some other people that were kind of like, but you know what? That's good because that teaches you how to kind of guide people when the conversation isn't as easy flowing. And then after those was when Johnny asked me to host his show, Necrofiends of the Frozen Dead, which is how I met Aaron. Aaron was my very first person that I interviewed for that series, which was so fun. Um, and again, Aaron made me feel very comfortable and helped because I had no freaking idea what I was doing. And through that, I've met so many of you, through all of that. So when I think back on this last 100 episodes of Learn and Go Go, the podcast, I also think about how I met so many of you and how grateful I am for this opportunity to just sit here in my house and connect with all of you. Like, it's so fun, and I look forward to this every week. Um, I don't know if YouTube pooped the bed. I have not gotten any comments in a couple of minutes, so I'm waiting for an influx of comments because that happens sometimes. Uh, oh, there's Lizzie. She says he's good for that, and y'all had an amazing interview. Yeah, it was so fun. And they're in, you know what? I'm not sure if I have a link directly to them. I need to fix that so that you guys can go back and see those. They are on my Sydnee author YouTube page, not on my Learn to Go Go YouTube page. So we got too many pages going on. Aaron says Kyler is tough as bull. He took a header down a flight of steps, not his fault, and he has to get the doctors to put some stuff in the right place, but he is a true beast and he is super tough. 100%. Yes. I don't think I saw your comment, Kyler. Let me go back and see. No, see, now they're all coming in. Like I said, I didn't get comments for a few minutes. And now I see happy 100th episode. I initially wasn't going to be able to join, but I made sure I can show up because it's the 100th episode. Thank you, sweetheart. And you can share what's going on, just nothing too specific about. Okay. Yep. So Aaron filled in the blanks. Yeah, not your fault. Gravity is a bitch, and we are just sending you so much love. And I don't want to say anything else because I don't want to say too much. You know what I mean? But yeah, we are definitely sending you so much love and healing vibes. So yes, I was going to say something else and my train crashed. So, okay. Thank you. Kyler said that's perfect. Thank you. But yeah, it's, Johnny says, friends come and go, cherish the memories and moments. Absolutely. Some people are in our lives for a reason and some are in our lives for a season. And we just need to appreciate everything that they bring into our lives. Sometimes lessons are there. Tatiana again. Um, Sometimes we have people in our lives because they are there for the long haul and they're going to be our friends forever. And sometimes people come into our lives to teach us things and then they're not there anymore. And like sometimes they teach you things about yourself that you didn't realize you needed to know. So it always, pay attention when sometimes people like just disappear, and it's like, oh, okay. Like maybe they weren't meant to be a forever person. But then there's other people who 100% are there forever and ever and ever. So it's okay if somebody you thought was more than they are isn't, you know. They're just fulfilling their destiny. So absolutely infinity. And I love that I was your first interview too, Erin. That's amazing. Yeah, it was so fun. It was so fun. You were fantastic. Um, and like I said, if you guys haven't seen it, I will try to remember to put a link directly to those shows, um, so you can check them out. I have links to like other things too. If you haven't checked out my positive affirmations, I do them every morning. Um, and they're always under 3 minutes. They're just a super quick way to inject some positivity into your day. And if you see them out of order, what I figure is the universe brings it to you when you need to hear it. So, like, if what's today, the 22nd, like if the 18th shows up in your news feed, check it out. Maybe it's got something that applies to you that day, even if it's not the date that I've recorded it. So let's see. Kyler says, I'm going to be in and out. I have doctors and nurses getting things ready and make sure I'm comfortable. Surgery starts at 2 a.m. Oh, sweetie, sending you so much love. So much love. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize you were having surgery. Yes, definitely keep us in the loop for sure. We are all here to support you 100%. Oh, thank you. Jen says they are so uplifting and connective. I really appreciate that. And Reese says your positive affirmations are the best. I listen to them right before morning workouts. Honestly, they've helped lift my spirits more times than I can count. Thank you so much. And so Severian and Lizzie are sending all the love and hugs to Kyler. Sending big hugs. We love you so much. Erin says, you got this, brother. Absolutely. And like I said, please keep us in the loop, whether, I don't know why it's not letting me click on, okay. Erin's comment lives there now. I can't click out of it. There it goes. But whether you like just let one of us know that can tell the rest of us, whatever you do, just please let us know how you're doing because you're on all of our minds. Okay. And Kyler says, Erin, you can let everyone else know now. So thank you for that. Yeah, so there's something else. Oh, yes. How could I forget? This past weekend was Tromathon 2026. And don't bother looking at this schedule because that ain't what happened. I'm not going to get too deep into things, but so the good stuff. I went on Friday and met up with Johnny and Annie and Johnny's brother Jeremiah, and we saw so many people there that we know and love, and it's always good to see at Tromathon. And we had so much fun. So we got to be Militia and Necrosis, and we saw Turkey Man too. Never know where he's going to show up. But we had so much fun as our characters. Like, I love the Cretan twins. If you're not familiar, Militia and Necrosis they were conjoined twins, but I'm older. Necrosis is my little brother. So we were there, and Johnny's song, Sludge City, is featured in Poultrygeist too. So we got to meet the Mazers, who are this awesome band. And they did the music for Sludge City, and Johnny got to sing it. And I'm sorry, Necrosis got to sing it. And Militia got to teach everybody how to spell sludge, but the E's backwards because she's stupid. So it was so fun. Just like being up there with the band and just like peeking over the banner because it was so big. It was just a really, really fun experience. Everybody was so cool. And yeah, so we performed that and yeah, let me see who else. Got to see Slink Skull with her fucking amazing mohawk. She's so cool. And got to meet Will Keenan. You may know him as Tromeo in Tromeo and Juliet. And he was a lot of fun too. I actually got Tromeo's to sign a photo from obviously from back then, the picture, but it was a lot of fun. We had a really good time hanging out. And he also signed this amazing tin that Annie made, Horror Adorables. Check them out if you're not following Horror Adorables already. You need to. And got to meet Uncle Lloyd again, and he signed it. And I just love that he wrote, "We love Smart Sid," after I was up there as Militia with a sign that spelled sludge with a backward E. But it's always, always, always good to see Uncle Lloyd. So, yeah, they wound up yanking Poultrygeist too. Like I said, not going to get into that because I don't have all the information. All I know is what I heard. I don't know if what I heard is accurate. So we'll just keep it like that. But this is when we got our picture with Uncle Lloyd. He's such a cute old man. And Scarlet Graves was up there, and of course, um, me and Johnny and Annie and Jeremiah. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, so let's see here. Let me just check the comments real quick here. Thank you for inviting me to share the stage, Johnny. Are you kidding me? That was so fun. That was amazing. I started doing positive affirmations in the morning last year. I started posting them on YouTube and Facebook January 1st. So if you go to the link, all of the 2026 ones are there. Friday was a blast for sure, Annie. It was so fun. Tanya's here. Hey, sorry for my tardiness all day today. I was thinking today is Thursday. Dude, that happens. I 100% understand, but I'm so glad you're here. Let's see. Reese says it's a shame what happened to Tromathon, but I'm glad you all had fun. I hope it comes back next year. It's on my bucket list. Absolutely. Let's see here. I love my Uncle Lloyd. Everybody loves Uncle Lloyd. He's amazing. And I did start doing the positive affirmations long, long ago, back when Instagram would let me do them live. And now I'm not allowed to anymore because I don't have 1,000 followers. That's what I think about that. But yeah, so that's why I pre-record them now because I can't do them live. So that way I have them recorded and I schedule them at 8 a.m. so everybody knows when to find them, what time, and probably a good 95% of the time that's the way it works out. Sometimes they're a little late, but for the most part, 8 a.m. on my Learn and Go Instagram account and my Learn and Go the podcast Facebook account and YouTube. They're on all of them. So you can find them. Yes, I was doing them for sure. Kyler says, I hope to meet Lloyd one day and get something signed. Absolutely. Yep. Stupid Instagram is right. I agree. And it is a stupid rule, Lizzie, because I was going live for years on it. And then all of a sudden they're like, well, now you have to. And I'm always like, follow me, I'll follow you back. Like, I'm not going to, people pay to get followers. And I don't want to do that, but I understand why they do. Tatiana. But a lot of when you do that, it's like bots and stuff. And I don't want to see that. Like, nope, because they're trying to get you to buy the check mark. I don't want to buy the check mark because it's a ridiculous amount of money for what? Oh, the people that want to see my stuff know where to find me, and I'm very vocal about where to find me. So hopefully, word of mouth eventually. Sometimes you have to be patient. Sometimes when you want to grow things organically, you have to be patient because sometimes If you push it too hard, that's when a fart becomes a shit. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Sometimes it's better to have quality over quantity. And that's the way I see it because that's just me. Yes, stupid meta is for sure. And yep, it is because they do own all the things. Reese says, definitely meeting Uncle Lloyd is on my list, and hanging out with all my Troma family in person is a must. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm very blessed. I've gotten to meet Uncle Lloyd, I believe, 4 times now, 4 or 5 times. He's always just so sweet. Total sweet guy. Because this was my third Tromathon. The first one I went to with my sister, and then last year I went, and then this year. So it's really, really, it's a fun time. Capitalism is one huge circle jerk grift. Damn the man. Facts. Facts. So yeah, so what happened was they wound up playing Tromeo and Juliet instead of Poltergeist 2. They played Citizen Toxie, and then they played the third movie of the night that I don't remember the title of. It had something to do with children, and we were all drunk, so we weren't really paying attention. But we were having a hilarious time. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but it was a friend of Johnny and Annie's that came over, and we started talking, and he wound up he grew up in the town that basically my entire family is from. So we were reminiscing about this little town in Jersey for like an hour. It was so fun. So I wasn't paying attention to the third movie because I was talking about this little town. But when we went, there was extended stay passes, which means you can stay on the property, but you had to leave by 9 a.m. Saturday, and then you could come back at 3 p.m. Because of whatever rules. So we, respecting the rules, we were actually up and out way before 9. And we had our plan because our mountain house isn't that far from there. So we're like, we'll just go hang at the mountain house. We went, we got breakfast, we hit a couple stores, we had our plan so that we could like hang out and shower, which was a must because Friday it was like 110 degrees. I don't know how I still had any makeup on. It was like melting off my face. I was going to tell people that I peeked into the Ark of the Covenant because my face was like literally melting off. Um, so, oh, I know his name, Johnny. I just didn't know if he wanted me to say it or not. That's why I didn't say it. Uh, but yeah, so we wound up, like I said, we went out to breakfast and we did all these things, and then we're literally pulling into the community and get a call that Saturday's canceled. They weren't doing it anymore. So come back and get our stuff. I understand why they made that decision. I just wish that they had made it before everybody left the property and was out doing whatever, because then we had to go back, and by then it was pouring. So we're like trying to get everything packed up in the pouring rain. We did it, but it was a debacle. So Severian says, haha, to the Ark of the Covenant, SPF 666. That's fantastic. Yes, so the guy that I was talking to was a Mad Cowboy in Toxie 4. So it was pretty funny. Like he's a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun talking, and he, like, my stomach hurt. I was laughing so hard. He is such a smart ass. But yeah, the reason why it got canceled on Saturday was partially because we did have tornado warnings, which, if you're camping on the side of a mountain, it's probably a good idea not to be out in the elements when they're calling for tornadoes. But the other reason was because somebody decided to do this to the marquee that they had just gotten fixed up, and this beautiful Mahoning Drive-In marquee, it looked like they said it was corrosive black paint, but it looked like they put it in a paintball gun and just splattered it all on there. So as of right now, I have not heard that they have any idea who it was, but Like, come on, people. You don't vandalize. Like, I was so pissed. I was beyond pissed. So, because some asshole did that, um, everybody that was planning on having a good Saturday was now going home. And, like, the vendors who bought tables for 2 days to sell merch were out a day. The people that were there to promote the movies, the bands, like, I just felt bad for everybody involved. And it didn't have to be that way. Like, to me, why would you do I don't understand why you would do that. And it just pissed me off. So we went back and got packed up. And yes, we did all get cheated time together. Absolutely. Um, and that's another reason why I was pissed. Aaron says it's been real bad here, triple digits and no cloud coverage. I can't even imagine because it's been triple digits here and we don't usually get triple digit weather. So it's been awful. Um, but real quick, while I'm still talking about the drive-in, one thing, I thought I had the video in here, but I guess I didn't upload that. But I do have a picture. So where we were staying at the drive-in, because we had the canopies and the tent and everything, they asked people with canopies to stay at the back, which, makes sense. So you're not blocking other people's views. So we sat down to watch the movie, and the person in front of us had a canopy. So I was so mad. I'm like, I'm really glad I get to see 2/3 of this movie because your fucking canopy's blocking the other third. But the thing about being up against the back of the lot was that we were in the cat colony. So this is a kitty trying to steal my roast beef hoagie. And I said, no, kitty, that is not your roast beef hoagie. That is my roast beef hoagie, and it is not for you. And that was one of 11 cats that we counted. I wish I had the video because they were like all spread out. Every time I went to get something out of my truck, I had cats in the truck. I'm like, out to everybody. You need to get out. And I was like, I want to love you and I want to cuddle you, but you're outside cats and you probably have things that I don't want to take home to my pet family. But I was still like, oh my God, I couldn't help it. I was like, can I? Like, I had to like pet them and everything. I just washed my hands really good. But yeah, there were the black kitties, and then there were orange kitties, and there were calico kitties, and they were, oh my gosh, they were everywhere. So it was so cute. Did you not see the kitty? Luna, pay attention here. I'll put it back up again because it was so cute. Let me find the hoagie stealing kitty cat. So cute. But yeah, like I said, I had to be careful just because I didn't want to bring anything home to my fur babies. But they were very, very friendly. Like, you can tell that they're used to people being there and probably feeding them and stuff like that, because they were just like, they'd walk right up to you and in your car. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I'm not even reading that. So Reese said, if it's ever possible, Tromathon should come here to Michigan. There's a huge drive-in for sale 10 minutes from my house. I wonder if they'd have it if it's possible. Hey, something to look into, right? Kitties. Yes. Cute kitties. Jen says the gang kitties. They were like coming out snapping like the jets and the sharks. They were just so cute and so friendly. Absolutely friendly. But you wouldn't notice, like, you'd be tripping over cats walking back and forth, especially in the dark, because they could see you, but you couldn't see them. And that was the other funny thing, like trying to walk back and forth to the bathrooms, because it got to be, I think they closed the concession stand between movie 2 and movie 3. That's where the indoor plumbing lived. Other than that, it was porta potties. So I had to carefully plan my evening because I was on a mission to not use a porta potty if I didn't have to. And that was the other thing about not being able to be there Saturday. I was supposed to film my scene for Killer Cox, which involved the porta potty. And I wasn't going to do it in the militia makeup. So, that was going to be a Saturday activity. And that got shit canned, as it were. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I need to take my contacts out. So I need to have a sink. Yeah, so I wound up like walking back, but in between the porta potties, there was just this pipe sticking out of the ground. So if you weren't paying attention, like I don't know how I didn't face plant because I am the klutziest klutz of all the klutzes. And I'm just very glad that I didn't trip over whatever that was sticking out of the ground. But it was funny because like the sinks had no hot water, but then you turn the cold water on and it came out at like 100 miles an hour. So you're like wearing it. But I was like, it's okay. It's indoor plumbing. I'm very grateful that I can wash my hands and take my contacts out. Um, but yeah, it's everybody at the Mahoning Drive-In is amazing. They're so like just good people. They do a fantastic job with they have things every weekend. Like it's not just Tromathon. They had I think it might have been Thursday night. They had a Goonies screening, and then Sunday they had like a wrestling thing. Like they do a lot. So if you're in the area, please support the Mahoning Drive-In because whether they have Termathon there ever again or not, it's a great group of people and a great venue. So please show them some love for sure. Aaron says, watch Masters of the Universe tonight. We enjoyed it. It's on my list. I have to see it. That's like my childhood. I absolutely have to see that. I remember my brother's friend had a Castle Grayskull, and like I was so jealous. I wanted Grayskull so bad. But the other cool thing is I got this. Johnny won this out of a crane, the crane game. And he got like 5 things. I got a doggy. That's so cute. Oh, it's on Prime now. Good to know. I have Prime. I'll definitely check it out. Sorry, we have to Tatiana again. I don't know why my voice is so dry. I got a whole lot of goodies from Johnny and Annie. So public thank you. I love you guys. I got a really cool tank top. I posted myself in it. That was my Saturday outfit. Um, they got, I'm like, whoa, whoa, I'm knocking stuff over. But I've got the bag here. Vinyl. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge on vinyl. I love 3 Cheers. Such an awesome album. And some DVDs. Oh, so cool. And oh, the tin's out here. I already showed you guys the tin. So awesome. I'm so spoiled and I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. What I knocked over was actually this lightsaber, which is another funny Tromathon story. So I've got I kind of like the lighting from this. So this wound up in my possession because Will Keenan's cousin, who is very, very cool, and I were talking, and I traded vodka lemonade for the lightsaber. So this is my vodka lemonade lightsaber. Yeah, I'm an overgrown child. It's so fun. Oh, I love you guys, Annie, so much. Your family, you know that. It's so awesome. Tromathon has been in PA. Did they say it was like the 7th year? It's been longer than I've gone to it. But it was started by Troma people that also work at the drive-in, I believe. I might be totally talking out my ass, but that's my understanding of it is they started it there because they're affiliated with that venue. So, as far as I know, it has only been there. So, hey, she made it. Happy Wednesday. And Tatiana, to my favorite Tatiana, I got you before you got me. Lucy likes to Tatiana us all into a drunken stupor, and I'm here for it. Yes, Lloyd goes to all kinds of Troma events. I know San Diego is coming up. He's going to be out there, I believe. Aaron says the force is strong, and so is the alcohol content. Facts. Hey, no reason to apologize for being late. Better late than pregnant. So glad you are here. Yeah, Lloyd does travel the country and do Troma events. So which is like fantastic because like I said, he's in his 80s now, I believe. Like he's up there. So the fact that he's so active in all of this is amazing, and he's just so nice to all of the fans. Okay, yeah, Aaron says he goes to events all over the world, which is amazing. So, and I hope he's able to for many, 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 many years to come because he's just a sweetheart. Every time I've met him anyway, he's been a sweetheart to me. So, and like he said, I am whoops, smart Sid. So I know what I'm talking about. That's so funny. Let's see what else I uploaded for you guys tonight. So if you are just joining us, I'm going to play this again. It is my 100th episode of Everything I Need to Know. I learned in Go-Go, the podcast, to go along with the book. I'm just having fun making it change colors. So I opened the show tonight with my opening from my very first show that I did from my living room. So completely different than my Polcast room I am blessed to have now. Different mic, didn't have this headset. Like things have evolved, and I'm very proud of myself for how far I've come. So I'm going to play my original opening again for your enjoyment. Welcome to Learned in Go-Go, the podcast. And big kudos again to Frankie James. I appreciate it. I don't know if you guys saw him dancing there in the corner, but he was actually that episode. I was in my living room. He was in my basement getting like love bombed by my dog. So it was a lot of fun. Let's see. Luna says, I know he was in Texas or had a thing where Aaron was Toxie. Yep, that was in Texas for sure. Oh, all right. Chris is coming in with the Tatiana. I respect that. Tatiana to you. Let's see. Oh, every time I say 100 episodes, I have to Tatiana. Okay. I'm down for that for sure. Aaron says, Lloyd is my mentor. And yes, I'm his Texas Toxie. Absolutely. You were there for the first episode. Yup. Absolutely. Let's see. Yes, I was in my living room for that. Okay. And Lucy's giving us a Tatiana 100th for sure. So put in the comments, what is your favorite episode of this podcast, or favorite thing that we have done on Learned in Go-Go, the podcast? Like, do you like pick a page? Do you like, was there a specific question that you like to answer? Like what brings you back every week? I just want to hear like, some feedback moving forward, like what you guys enjoy about the program, because I just enjoy hanging out with you guys and chit chatting on a Wednesday. Chris says so far all of them, but I'm fairly new still. That is fair. And please, like I said, if you go to my link tree right there, it has the links to all of the podcasts so you can catch up. If you're new, just put it on as background noise when you're driving or out and about or whatever you're doing. Like you don't have to sit and stare. Sometimes I do use photos and all, and I'm trying to get better at explaining what I'm showing because I realize that not everybody watches. Some people just listen. So I need to be more descriptive in some parts of the show. So I'm working on that one. But yeah, I've really enjoyed all of these shows. Like I said, watching the evolution of it happen. Lucy says, that's so weird. I just went back to the beginning of your podcast and seeing how far you've come. Thank you. I lovingly call that first episode my book report because I told you guys how I had notes hanging up everywhere, but it literally sounded like I was standing in front of the class reading a book report because I was so nervous. And that wasn't even live, and it's funny now. I actually get more nervous doing the pre-recorded stuff because when I'm live, I'm just like I said, jumping off the cliff and learning how to fly on the way down. I'm just like, I'm here for it, and whatever happens, happens. And when I'm pre-recording it and I have a chance to, like, I don't know how to edit other than removing chunks of time. Like, I don't add things to it or whatever, but having that safety net, I kind of get more nervous. Isn't that weird? You would think it'd be the other way around, but I don't know. It's just it's funny to see back from the book report to now. I do think I've grown as a podcaster and I've learned a lot. So, yeah, that's funny. Oh, thank you so much, Luna. I just want to support you in your endeavors. Right back at you. And if you guys are not following the Luna projects, follow, follow, follow. Love, love, love. Support, support, support. Chris says, I enjoy that you make it personal, which helps make connections and support. Absolutely. I love you guys. I mean it with my full heart that I look forward to this every week. I look forward to seeing all of you and connecting with all of you. It's just so fun. Lucy says, I was listening and going through my sample ballot packet. Exactly. That's what I mean. Like, you don't have to like stare at it. You can just have it on in the background. Um, Luna says, I love her personal affirmations, but I love your interactive with us. Thank you. Lizzie says, I like when you have pics for show and tell, especially puppy pictures. Yes. But your stories are fun. And my parents we got slides people. So there's some nostalgia for me. I love that. Love that. He definitely helped me 100%. That's why I always give kudos. And she says, I'm working on the website and very soon, hopefully, I'll be able to share the author section. Thank you. Yes, for sure. I cannot wait to see your website. Aaron says, you share life and laughs and love, and you rise people up, help them to believe in themselves, and you deserve, oh, thank you. You deserve your success and so much more. Thank you. I love you guys. I just wanted to make sure that there was, like things that I'm doing that aren't like, oh God, not this again. But remember when we used to do, did I call it Smash or Trash? I called it something like that, but I'd play like a little bit of a song and then I got like beat down for copyright. So I'm like, well, we can't play that anymore. That was a fun game. I liked oh, sorry, Tatiana. I liked being able to share some of the music that I love to listen to. And another shameless plug, since it's my 100th episode, drink because of Chris making a new Tatiana rule, which I respect. If you order a signed paperback copy of Everything I Need to Know I Learned in Go-Go, which you can get at learnedingogo.com, you will also get a free bookmark. You will get free shipping in the United States only, and you will also get a free companion playlist of music that I mentioned in the book, of songs that I used to dance to, and of songs that I still use when I do my dance workouts. So get your coffee today at learnedingogo.com. Yeah, I love music. I use music to express myself a lot. So I loved sharing that with you guys. And I just hate that I got pinged. I got in like, yeah, Smash or Trash, exactly. And I got in trouble for that. I did. But you know what? I do like the pick a page. I like sharing the little segments of the books, and we keep running out of time to do that, which I love too. I love that we're having so much fun that it's like, oh, maybe we'll do pick a page next week. Um, oh, thank you, Erin. You're the goddess of the night, and many, many people will see the power you have. Thank you. I cannot wait to be the goddess in your movie. That's going to be fantastic. Lucy, damn it. All right. She's Tatianaing us again, and I love it. I just have to act like I'm mad. Let's see. Luna says, is this the last one for a while? Next week, I'm planning on going live. And then for the rest of August and maybe the first week of September, my plan is to have interview episodes that I'm going to record and then have scheduled for you guys. But I like to take a month off to kind of regroup and enjoy that time with my family. and then I will be back for sure. But you have next week for another live. And then I have a few people in mind for interviews. So it should be fun. I just need to find the time to do it because, like, all of a sudden, I don't know why, like, I guess 51's like the year of doctor's appointments. Like, now I got to get everything checked. Um, so speaking of, if I could just bitch for a second, I know we're coming up on an hour. It's an hour now. Um, so as a woman of a certain age, sometimes you need a little help in the form of hormones. So for the last couple of years, I've been on HRT. It's been a game changer. I like being able to sleep at night and not be psychotic, like, I mean, not any more than I was in my younger years. So estrogen patch has been a game changer for me. We are now in an estrogen shortage in this country, which I find funny because I guarantee you if we had a Viagra shortage, they would be shutting down the factories that make baby formula to pump out those little blue pills. But no, we are at a point where you can't fucking find an estrogen patch. I looked in pretty much all of Eastern Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and there's just none to be found. So I got my doctor to write me a script for the gel kind because I don't care how it gets, if it's a powder, if you want me to snort estrogen powder, I will, whatever. I don't care what shape it comes in. I just don't want to play the I'm on hormones, I'm off hormones game because to me that sounds like I'm going to be on the news. So I get my prescription. This pharmacy has it great. Pick it up at this time. Oh wait, no, we don't. Psych. Don't tell me you have it, and then don't tell me. But then you can get it at this one. Okay, I will get it at that one. No, we played this game until I finally got it at a pharmacy that was, and like a CVS, not like, anything specific. I passed 84 CVSs on the way to this one because it was 45 minutes away to get my prescription. Ridiculous. So I just had to vent about that for a second because, like I said, if it was something like, I'm sure that it's calculated. If you want to hear my conspiracy theory, send me a private message because I have a theory on this. But it's ass and it's uncalled for and I'm sure it's calculated. So that's all I have to say. But I got my gel, so don't worry about seeing me on Dateline. Not yet. But I said what you don't want to do is take a whole bunch of Gen X women and take our hormones away because that's going to be the uprising that you don't want to have to fucking deal with. So that's my PSA for now. Let's see. Oh, all right. Another Tatiana. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, and Luna says, so gotta ask, it's been a while since you've been able to get on the poll. Yes. So here's what's going on. I have to cough. I'm sorry. Usually I mute the mic. So you guys know, and if you don't know, you'll find out now. I had spinal surgery in November. I had a discectomy and fusion in the back of my neck. Got a plate and some screws in there. Pretty cool stuff. So before then, the nerve issues that I had were making my arm numb. I was in a lot of pain. I couldn't hold on to the pole anymore. So now that's all gone. It's amazing. I want to dance so bad. This room has been collecting shit. I don't know if you can see back there. You want to guess what's under that Pink Floyd towel? Let's take some guesses in the comments. I don't know how much you can see, but there's like a Pink Floyd towel on the floor there. It goes like from there to there. Let me see what you guys think is going on back there. Hey, I'm so glad you're here. Good evening. Sorry I dropped in late. Congratulations. Thank you. So Severian says they prevent music from being exposed to anyone. True. Kyler, love you so much. Good luck tonight. Please let us know how everything goes. We are sending you so much love and light. Let's see. Luna says, I miss those videos because I don't think I'd ever be able to do that. I could, but would need to build strength up. Exactly. It just takes practice. And Chris says, happy 100th. Thank you. And Dustin says, happy 100th. Thank you. And Kyler says, happy 100th again. Thank you. And Kyler's going to message Aaron to message us. Love you. Let's see. Synthetic estrogen isn't very helpful. Yep. Lizzie says they have warehouse testosterone you can buy off the TV. Shocker. It is some sexist bullshit. Luna's sending love to Kyler. Let's see. Yeah, come visit me, Lucy, for sure. And she's given us another Tatiana. I actually had Amazon did like I think it was through Amazon. There was it was like a delivery service through my insurance, and I signed up for that. So I might wind up getting it double, which is just fine. But like it shouldn't be that hard to get. It's ridiculous. It's not, some specialty super, yeah. Exactly. Rise up for sure. Let's see. Luna says, I don't know. I know they do prescriptions and figure maybe it might somehow to be better. Thing is, Adderall is often shortage and I couldn't get it at Walgreens. I had to go to Kroger at first, now getting it at Walgreens. Walgreens and I are like, I had a falling out with Walgreens. I'm not doing acupuncture anymore right now because I don't need to, which is fantastic. I love not having to have that pain. So, let's see here. Stuff from Tromathon or other things. I feel like I missed a question here. Oh, you're okay. Sorry. Yeah, I forgot my question. Sorry. Tons of books. Yeah. Lucy says shit. Luna says, I think it's stuff from Tromathon or other things people sent you to put up. Lucy, sheesh. Let's see. Reaper also said, thanks for mentioning the contract and congratulations on 100 episodes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tanya says, I couldn't get on HRT due to cancer risk. I went through, I'm so sorry, the worst of menopause during the COVID pandemic and shutdowns. I am so, so sorry. Chris says, I know it's a body. Hilarious. No, that is actually the back seats from my truck. So I was going to put them back in my truck because there's not enough room to dance without kicking them. But I have on this Saturday, gotta promote this too. I will be at the Clown and Circus themed tattoo flash vendor event at Mountain Wizard Tattoo in Pocono Lake, PA. So come and find me. I'm actually going to be dressed up like a clown. If you have known me for any length of time, you know I was terrified of clowns, like phobic of clowns for many, 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 many years. And I basically did immersion therapy and made myself watch scary clown movies and do clown things until I'm talking about it and I'm getting goosebumps. But I think I can do it. I think I can do it. So I will be there Saturday. So I'm like, well, I'm not going to put the car seats back in because I'm going to have to take them out again. And then when we go down the shore, I'm going to have to take them out again. So hopefully my plan is after shore week, I will start incorporating dance workouts again. But I have like this room becomes the catch-all for things. So I just have too much stuff thrown in here that I need to clear out. And then my desk was actually specially built for this room. And it's kind of like a Murphy bed. It folds up. So when I have it cleared off, I can actually fold it up into the wall, which is super cool because my brother-in-law is a genius carpenter and I appreciate that. Tanya says, I also found inner strength in me I never knew I had, and I stayed off, snapped, and out of prison. So I have that to brag about. Absolutely. Sending you so many kudos. That is fantastic. Let's see. Luna says it's the body of the person keeping her from having estrogen. Abso-fucking-lutely. Let's see. I need a picture, lots of pictures. What do you need a picture of? Send me the picture. Do you have an overlay of your book in the corner of the podcast? Yes, that is my book right there. And then that's a poster of my book. And then here is my book. Oh, a picture of me in clown makeup. Absolutely. No, nothing's gonna stop me. I'm just being lazy, Aaron, honestly. Um, I need to I need to just do it. I can move the seats out and bring them back in. They're pretty heavy, and with my luck, I would hurt myself and then not be able to dance. But the workout program that I started this past week is the one that was doing before my surgery, and I had to stop it a couple weeks before my surgery, so I didn't actually finish the program. So I've been twitching, and it's one that is designed for perimenopausal, menopausal women, um, to build bone strength and get your muscle back, but low impact. And I'm loving it. But yesterday was leg day, and I swear today I needed like the handicap bar to get off the toilet. Like it was, I am in so much pain from the waist down. My legs are screaming. It's so bad. But I know that's, because I'm working out again and I haven't worked out like that in a while. Ugh, like even crossing my legs hurt. But this too shall pass and I will be stronger because of it. So once I make the time, I will make the room in here. Um, to start doing dance workouts again because I really do miss it and it helps me mentally as well as physically. I love dancing. It's like it just makes me feel saucy. I like it. The plank challenge. Okay. So excuse me. First thing I do before I work out is I'm doing this plank challenge and I was doing a minute long plank every day, but this plank challenge went from when I first started, it felt like a half day at school because it was like 20 seconds, 30 seconds, which was no big deal because I was used to doing a minute. Today was 3 minutes and I didn't eat like I almost made it to two before I had to modify. I'm like, this is ridiculous because yesterday was 2.5. Like we were going up by 10 seconds, now we're going up by half a minute. Like that's a big jump, but I just do my best. And then after I do the workout, the last thing that I do is I stand up from the floor, no hands, because my focus now is strength and mobility. Because as I age, if I fall down, I want to make sure I can get back up. So those are the kinds of things that I'm focusing on are strength and being able to do things like carry groceries, like lift up things, get myself out of situations I might find myself in as I age. So that is that. Oh, have a good night, Lucy. So glad you could hop on. Lizzie says, I'm starting back on morning yoga. I'm not a morning person, but I'm trying. Just do your best, sweetie. That is all that you can do. Um, who do I think will be my next interview? What's a surprise? It's a surprise, but you're going to like it. Guarantee. Luna says, one thing I have an idea, Chris. What I'm hoping is she could interview us. I would love to interview you guys. Absolutely. We need to talk about it. And we would need to find a time that we can all get together and chit chat because I think we're in 3 different time zones. But it'll all come together. So yeah, so stay tuned. But like I said, next week I will be here again live. Chris says I don't have a voice for radio. That's okay. Um, but yeah, we went way over tonight, but it's been so fun. Thank you so much for coming on with me. I got to use this sign one more time. I got to turn it back on. It is episode 100. Thank you for joining me tonight to celebrate the 100th episode of Learning Go Go, the podcast. And Chris Roodles, because I mentioned it again, we're going to do one last Tatiana. But I hope that, oh, Chris Tatiana does too. All right, we'll do that one more time. All right. So thank you again, everybody who came on here to celebrate with us. It's an LED tablet that Jen got me for my birthday this year. It does different colors. It's like kind of hard to see on the podcast, like on my webcam, but like it turned like right now it's different color. Um, it comes with different color markers. Let me get the box. Whoa, this is what it is. It's a LED drawing board. And it comes with the different color markers and like the little wipies. So, like the microfiber cloth and stuff like that. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. And it comes with like templates that you can trace. I have ones that are dinosaurs that are so cute. And it does plug in, but it plugs into charge. And then like right now I don't have it plugged in because it's charged. I thought I don't have it anymore. I thought I had the little dinosaurs on there, but I guess I took it off of StreamYard. So yeah, super duper cute. So fun. And I had to use it to celebrate the 100th episode. Tatiana. But it is time, my friends, for me to bid you all adieu. I hope you have a fantastic week coming up. And there's going to be ups and downs. And when you're in one of those down times, just don't try to hide from your problems, because when you stick your head in the sand, you think that you're hiding from everybody, but the rest of the world just sees a big ass. Love ya.